just up here on Mingus Mountain. It's September 4th, still got a few prickly pears I'm gonna harvest here. Some of these really purple ones up here. So purple. Yep. So once it starts getting cold at night, these are gonna go away. Get them now. So after burning off all of the spikes on the prickly pear, they can go right into the blender. And we're gonna make a nice puree, and then we're gonna strain that. So different people have different ways of doing this part. I like to use my own little mesh cloth, and I just pour this directly in there and then wring it out just like you'd strain anything, but there's definitely fancier setups for this. So in other videos I've made, I have juiced the prickly pear in a juicer, which is really nice for making juice, and a lot of people like to freeze it, make it into ice cubes. That's what I've done before. But when I'm making fruit leather, I want as much of the fiber as I can get, as much as the fruit flesh as I can get. And this is just a better way of getting more fruit flesh. We want things a little bit thicker for fruit leathers. So we'll kind of just, you can see how beautiful this color is. And yeah, so what I'm gonna do next is take a wooden spoon and just kind of gently press down at the cloth material, and that helps this to strain out, and I'll eventually get a nice little puree here. So you can't see it, but it's dripping out really nice at the bottom. And again, it's more than just the juice. It's the juice plus a little bit of the fruit flesh. The juice alone would take a lot of sugar to thicken enough to make a fruit leather from. That's though what they make prickly pear fruit candy from, is just the juice and sugar, but this is going to be a little more dense. The other thing I have ready over here is my strawberries, or organic. It's just some frozen strawberries. If it was earlier, I'd much rather have fresh, but these actually are really nice. And I'm going to make a puree out of the strawberries, and I'm going to mix it with my prickly pear fruit puree. And that flavor combination really balances the flavor of the prickly pear fruit. So you could definitely try some other fruits mixed in. In other videos, I've made blackberry purees and blackberry fruit leathers, so I could have mixed some blackberry here into my prickly pear fruit. But yeah, prickly pear fruit really likes citrus flavors mixed along with it too. I just don't know if that would translate into a fruit leather recipe. Maybe. But yeah, strawberry. Oh, apple. I've done some apple prickly pear fruit mixtures. So right now what's in the mesh is getting really thick. So pretty soon I'm just going to unclamp it from the edge of the bowl and wring it out and just squeeze out the rest that I can't get out this way. The manual technique. It's off. I've tried different ways, but so the reason I like teaching about natural medicine making, natural recipe making, going out and collecting, foraging, finding what's growing naturally, there's a lot of reasons we should be eating what grows naturally to our environment. That helps our bodies better adapt to our local environment just naturally. Okay, my favorite thing to see, my prickly pear plus my strawberries. So I'm going to puree these. I'm going to add sweetener, mix them together, and get a nice mixture of prickly pear plus strawberry sweetened puree. Those are pureed strawberries in there. That's what I like about this. Adding the strawberry adds a little more bulk to the prickly pear. And this is organic cane sugar. You can use other kinds of sugar, coconut sugar, monk fruit, whatever your preferred sweetener is. I wouldn't though recommend things like stevia. They're not going to give it the consistency that it needs to get a nice fruit leather texture. So I'm going to just cook this down for maybe 10 more minutes, and then we will spoon it out onto our prepared parchment paper for fruit leather. The other thing too is I can put some of this aside, and this can be used as a syrup at this point. So that's kind of the nice thing about making a puree like this. Some of it can go and be a syrup, and some of it can be dried out for fruit leather. Okay, so here's the final product, and you can see it's very magenta, beautiful. I don't know, I love fruit leather. To me, it's the wisdom of the ages, how to get more fruit into the diet, especially make it really nice for kids using local stuff, and how to preserve things past summertime so that we're able to access our summer nutrients over the winter. So just fun. Hope you guys enjoyed.